Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about scalping. Sounds cool, doesn't it? But it is it's one of those strategies that it can work if you're a HFT, a high frequency trader with like a bank of computers in the basement of a hedge fund. But I see so many newer traders kind of like fall in love with it because they think it's quote unquote easy money. Remember, there's no such thing as easy money in the stock market. But when we think of scalping, the idea is that, you'll see stocks like an Apple or something. It'll go up 10 cents. It'll go down 10 cents. Like a lot of these real stocks, they don't move that much. They just kind of like, other than days with earnings or news, a lot of these bigger companies and those real names, as we say, they just don't do a whole lot all day long. And then people will see like this up and down tick between the bid and the ask, and they'll be like, well, I could just trade the upticks and don't trade the down ticks, and 1,000 trades later, I'll make $1,000 because I'm just making, $1 a trade. And it sounds good. Like some of you might even be listening now, and you might be have your charting up, and you'd be like, yeah, just trade the down ticks and trade the upticks. And it sounds alluring. And again, I'm not saying it can't be done. If you're a supercomputer with, billions of dollars and you're just scalping in and out all day long. But with a small trader, with a small account, with poor risk management, it's never going to work. I wish I could tell you better. Now, you might be commenting right now, well, Tim, Joe Shikinjansky, I see him on Twitter. He's scalping all day long and he's doing well. Listen, I bet you Joe Shikinjansky ain't no new trader, and I bet you he doesn't have a small account. That's the allure. You have to understand that there are trading strategies that are not feasible for you as a new trader with a small account, part-time trader, limited risk management. And I see so many people fall into this scalping fallacy, I would say, where they just see this allure of doing this in and out 1,000 times a day. And what they do, and this is the trap, there's a lot of survivorship bias, okay? They look at this chart and they see all the upticks, but then they don't think about, well, what happens if I'm wrong? Okay, what if I buy the wrong uptick and I'm wrong? And then what happens if the stock sells off at the end of the day and and now my losses start magnifying? And that's the biggest, by far the biggest issue with scalping is you can be right a lot, but because when you're right, it's such small gains. It's $10, it's $50, maybe it's $100, maybe. It's probably gonna be more like $20. You make one mistake, like some news comes out, or you break a stop, or you walk away for a few minutes in the stock and there's profit taking, all of a sudden, you've got days, weeks, possibly months of losses or of gains that are gone in one shot because all of your gains are so pitifully small that it just takes one not even terrible trade. Like, I'm not saying you're down 50, 60, 70%. If you're only making 1%, one mediocre, poorly planned, broken stop, it's all gone. Poof, it's gone. And then what is doubly frustrating, and this is why basically everyone gives up, is, okay, I screwed up, I broke my stop, I gave back months of gains. Guess what? Now you need months to get back to break even because of these pitifully small gains. So now you're like 6 weeks in and you're still like, geez, I'm still if I keep going like I'm going, I'm still a month away from getting where I was. And now maybe you're a better man than I or a better woman than I, most people are just like, well, forget it. I'm done. This doesn't work. And I've seen that hundreds of times, thousands of times. I did it myself. Listen, I've been day trading for 18 years, okay? 18 years. I have made every single moronic mistake hundreds of times, okay? I got the scars to prove it, okay? And I fell in love with it for a while. I thought, I would, this is back when I was a part-time trader. I was very busy growing my business and with family. And a lot of the times I'd just kind of get back to the computer It'd be 3 o'clock. I'd be like, hey, if I just scalp in and out for an hour here, call it a day. And, again, it doesn't work over time. It might work for a short period, but even when it works, the gains are so small. So, my friends, what I would tell you to do, and this is so important, and this is what got me to the point where I was profitable, where I was able to sell my business, where I was able to become a full-time trader, and now a mentor. Focus on trades with a minimum of 3 to 1 risk to reward, okay? Because what happens when you're writing out those trade plans and you're capitalizing on stocks that can pay you out, as we say, 3 times what you're risking, now you can make a few bad trades and you don't give it all back, okay? Because now you're progressively growing your account. Maybe you're catching a few really big moves, and now when you make mistakes, which mistakes are part of the game, now when you take stops, which stops are part of the game, you don't give it all back, and then take months and months to get back where you were. So 3 to 1 risk to reward, understand charts, understand volatility, understand past performance of stocks, okay? One of the reasons we focus on stocks that are what we call former runners is stocks that have ran in the past, tend to run big in the future. History does not repeat, but history does rhyme. And if you know the signals, if you know what to look for, if you know how to read charts, if you know how to interpret price action, if you know how to manage risk, you can be a consistently profitable trader. The best way to get there, hit that link below, check out the Daily Income Trader system. Multiple times a day, even on weekends, we're giving live tours of the Daily Income Trader system. It includes an algorithm, it includes a platform, it includes news feeds, it includes charting, it includes scans, it includes education, ebooks, live webinars, everything you need to become a consistently profitable trader. And you get access to a free tour simply by clicking that link, live, 100% interactive. Check it out, and we'll see you on one of the webinars.